We are the people filled with tradition. We are Anishinaabe, Ojibwe. Our land is called the Thessalon First Nation. We are the Sandy Beach people.
The intent of this video was to research the effects of residential schools in Thessalon First Nation. Yet, as we journeyed through the past, what surfaced was survival, celebration, tradition, and love. Our community is building. This is our story. The history of Thessalon First Nation is one of hard work and pride for our people. We are a small, close community. Together, we have built our community along the sandy shores of Lake Huron. Our people lived off the land, leading our lifestyle and history that of the land. Part of the Robinson-Huron Treaty of 1850, Thessalon's independence has always been strong. Traditionally, the lake provided an economy and food. Soon, logging replaced hunting and trapping in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Today, our community is running a small organic sprout plant and is looking towards growing and selling other non-timber products. We have grown through the years, yet our connection to the land and water is still strong. The land is filled with evergreens and deciduous trees, making shelter and home to hundreds of animals and wildlife. Mostly you can sight a deer, rabbit, bear, and moose, and a variety of birds. Fishing is plentiful, still with pickerel, pike, and trout as the main catch.
Fish, me and my mother and my grandmother, and we fished right off the dock where we lived at one time. Where we just set the net right off the dock, had all the fish we want. Always fresh fish.
It was all sand beach here. The water was high, it was nice, beautiful. And that's where, well, we used to come here and swim in. And we did when we were small, come down here all the time swimming. Even when the ice went out, we're still icebergs now, water were down here, when we were young. But we grew up pretty well down here. And we used to bring our dinner, bring our lunch, have a picnic here. That was nice. Now the water's way too low,
Thessalon's land base is 2,324 acres, with 43 homes and 140 members living on the First Nation. Total band members on and off reserve is 537 as of February 2003. The land is also home to numerous plant life, providing our people with traditional herbs and medicines. On the southern boundary is Lake Huron. Lake Huron has brought many travelers to Thessalon, historically and today. The lake is passage to the Manitoulin Island, USA, and many other scattered islands. Traditionally, our people would paddle miles to fish. Rough, calm, cold, or stormy, we could navigate our way to and from our destination. The lake is sacred to us.
For many years, our people started to live outside the community. Many are returning, creating families, reconnecting with the community. There are several members who live elsewhere across Mother Earth, yet are still a huge part of the Thessalon First Nation.
I don't know, really. For me, because this is my home. Like this is where I was raised, and that is why I stay here, and why I hope that my children will stay here, because we are small, but we're all a family too, I guess. Today there's a lot more than there was as when I was a child. When I was a child, there was only a handful of people here, and as far as I remember, there's only 2 people working in the band office, and those were the main jobs down in the community. Everybody had to work outside of the community. Today we have more projects, we have our housing, and now with the takeover of the Kirkwood Tree Nursery, that is hopefully will get off the ground, and we'll be able to employ probably majority of all our band members.
Yes, my mother attended residential school, but Not anyone in the immediate family, no. She mentioned that she went to school in Spanish. She didn't call it residential school. She said she went to about grade 4, and she learned how to darn and how to sew and cook, a little bit of spelling and writing. That's about all she talked about. What I know of the history of residential schools, then I feel that what they've taken away from the First Nations people in general, that it has affected her parenting, and whereas you know, like there's alcoholism in our family, as she was an alcoholic herself. So I feel those two major parts are a big effect.
And well, the only one that I know of or who attended residential school was my grandfather on my mother's side. Like he went there, and but like I'm just going by the stories he's told me over the years, and you know, he thought it was a good place to go, and like he never didn't have anything bad to say about it.
Oh, I think from what I've learned from being around the circles and talking with the elders and the abuse that they've went through, it gave me a better understanding of what's happening within the community, the things, the rage and the jealousy, the greed that goes on, and everything is, I think, is passed down from those residential schools. From what I've learned is the abuse that our people took, you know, sexual, verbal, all kinds of things you hear, you know. I hear a lot of horror stories about what happened in those residential schools, and I know too many people don't even talk about it, but I think those effects are here because you see it all here in the community, what's happening. It's handed down from generations.
Reconnecting with the traditions has been a positive effect on our community. Our members have taken on the honor to continue and carry our traditions. Individuals are on their healing path, following their culture and traditions through ceremonies, sweats, sacred fires, powwow trails, and creating positive lifestyles.
That's why it's so important for these young ones that are down here. They need to learn this. They need to learn this. You know, it's important to know who you are.
Tradition is alive in our community and is helping many of our community members live a balanced life.
Tribal. It's powwow time in Thessalon First Nation. Let us enjoy this good weather that we're having. Enjoy each other's
For 10 years, we have celebrated our traditional powwow. Every summer, people gather from our community and all over Mother Earth to our powwow. Song, dance, and ceremony is celebrated on the sandy shores of Thessalon First Nation.
Be nice to see the people come back, but we have to have something here for them to come back. Like, you have to have housing, you have to have employment. They're not going to come back to nothing.
So that side, the reserve was never, it was, they all talk English here, you know. What I'd like to see is have a school here. That'd be the greatest thing I would like to see, and learn all the young people how to talk English. That'd be the greatest before I die. Yeah, have a school right in the reserve and get an Indian teacher. From I don't care where, as long as I have them here. Yeah.
A lot of it in the community, I think. I don't even know of any people that can fully speak the language in the community. And I think that would stem from the residential school. But that is something that we are working on in the community. We're getting the language. We're trying to get the native language within our school systems now. And we've had some courses within the community, but that's very important, and I think that we need to get that back, as well as even our culture and traditions. Like, we've never really followed them. We're just kind of, like, I guess, in the beginning stages of trying to get that all back.
I would love to see the language and everything come for the next ones, you know, like even the young ones that are out there, they took the language and that, and they love to sit on that drum, I know, and
Living a good life means to me a healthy life, good choices, raising the children, all the children on the community. All of us need to do it together.
Well, I grew up here all my life, so I have to say it's a fantastic place to live.
Awesome.
Different.
Tiny.
Friends.
Fantastic. Quiet and peaceful.
Friendly. Beautiful. Fun.
Beautiful.
it's a beautiful place. It is.